This podcast contains adult content and adult language. In no way does this reflect the opinions of other contributors of Good Morning Gloucester or Homiecast. Your discretion is advised.
Good morning, Gloucester. Time for Alicia Unleashed. Talking about what's going on in these streets. Alicia Unleashed. Bitches.
Hey listeners, secret listeners, new listeners. Have you rated and subscribed to us on iTunes? Have you liked us on Facebook yet? Go ahead and do so we can provide you with the best content. I promise it'll be worth it. Know anyone that wants to be on the show or you think would be great for us? Go ahead and tag them and we'll reach out to them. We love to meet new people.
Well, is it blinking because we can't
No,
see it?
girl,
Remember you said
I already have it
this out?
set up. Stop.
Do you want me to move this closer?
No, I already got it set up.
We good?
It says Yeti. We're good.
Okay.
And I'm keeping this in there.
Okay. Good morning, Gloucester. This is Alicia Unleashed. This is episode 84. And we are back. Well, it's been a while. We've been gone for a little while. Let's be honest.
2 weeks.
That's it?
2 weeks.
Wow. Okay. But we're back with Alicia.
Hi.
Yes.
I can't believe you asked me back, first of all.
Well,
Why
why
would we?
not?
I don't know.
Alicia has returned.
Return to the Alicia. And we have B-side.
What up?
So we are inside tonight just because it's stupid hot and it just rained and it's humid and it's gross here on the island.
We'll call it the Grand Piano Studio for the moment.
Yeah, why not?
There used to be a grand piano in this room.
Really?
This very room. Yeah.
Huh.
Because, this is an old historical house.
Then that's where we are.
Yeah.
Isn't this the friend?
It sure is.
This is the friend house.
It is the friend house.
So, and again, I think I've asked this before. This is Taylor Street, but Mr. Mayor Friend lived here.
Mm-hmm.
And I lived on Friend Street, which is parallel to here. So why didn't they name Taylor Street Friend Street?
It was probably because Friend Street didn't exist at the time that Taylor Street was existing.
But
It was
so
a big,
why
wide open space.
So why didn't they couldn't rename it to Friend, or there was no street?
I think that takes a lot of process.
So they named Parallel Street Friend Street when I guess when
I don't
they
think
could.
it was named after him either.
That's just that's a stupid coincidence.
There's a
That
solid
can't
chance
happen.
it could have been named after his ancestors too. Who knows? I don't know.
But it has to be related to this
Listen,
family.
one of these days I'll go down to the Historical Society and find this all out for you, okay?
Okay, because that's not a coincidence that they named Friend Street.
Because I'm also not doing anything big that I'm working on whatsoever on any other projects or any other radio stations.
Well, then that's what you can do.
Okay.
And let me know.
All right. my winter project. Great.
Your winter project as to why is the street parallel to here, Friend, when Friend lived on Taylor.
Or if you're a secret listener and you know anything, feel free to reach out to us and tell us.
Yes.
This is a nice segue.
Yeah.
See what you did there?
I see what you did.
Kind of like I know what I'm doing about these kind of things. Huh?
So smart.
You try.
So smart.
I try.
So tonight's hot plate, what's going on around these parts? Can we, actually it's not on here, but I want to talk to you about how did the Mr. Rogers thing go?
Oh, Won't You Be My Neighbor with
Yes.
Mr. McFeely with David Newell. David, sorry, can't remember his last name. My bad.
That's
I'm
fine.
not going to look him up. It was a packed house. They actually had 2 showings. They didn't advertise the one on
Really?
Saturday. It was Saturday at 4.
Oh.
But they also did one at Cabot Street, or
Right.
Cabot Theater on Sunday. It was great. I went into the movie thinking that it was going to be more about Fred Rogers and his all that. And they did touch on his upbringing and whatnot. But this was more or less the cognitive thought process behind the TV show.
And which was Fred's thought process about wanting to bring up racism that was happening
No,
during that
so it's
time.
not even.
He didn't even go down that route?
No. So the thing about Fred Rogers is Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and the Children's Corner actually started in the 50s.
So this was before all of that started. And what it was that Mr. Rogers, or Fred, had noticed that there wasn't things out there for children to talk about anger, talk about sadness, talk about... And then when things started to become big in the news front, because television was also still brand new, like that was still a concept that it was rare to have in your home. Then, the whole, oh my God, there was a few scenes that, like, I was ready to ugly cry the whole time, and there was, like, 2 of them that, like, got me, and I'm like, here it comes. And it was talking about racism and how, the police officer
that came on his show, and he was that the scene that
where Rince washed his
Rince,
put
yes,
his feet, yeah.
Yes, that was in the
yes,
news that they would invite. So he invited a police, and they would wash.
So the police
together.
officer was already on the show.
Okay,
and so him putting his feet in there, it was like Fred wasn't necessarily making it like this is a thing. It was just like no other day. It was just like every other day. It was nothing out of the norm.
Right.
And then they talked about, divorce, and then they talked about, assassination when JFK.
When
JFK was assassinated. They also talked about how Daniel Tiger, the puppet, kind of was essentially also Fred's mindset, and Fred had that childlike thing, and it's a great film. You should definitely go look into it. I think the one thing that got me was it was after he had kind of retired and 9/11 happened, and they brought him back to talk to children about what happened, and that was like
wow.
And I'm so immune to like seeing all the footage from 9/11, but like for some reason the way they got this one clip, this one piece of this movie, I was like overwhelmed with emotion and stuff like that.
How long was the movie itself?
It was about standard hour and a half.
Oh, wow.
You don't even know it.
You don't, because you're so like into it and wanting to know what's happening. It's a documentary.
Yes, it is.
So you get so into it.
And it was done by the director and producer of 20 Feet from Stardom, which is also a brilliant documentary. Definitely look into that. So Mr. McFeely talked for a long time. He talked a lot. It was great. And I got to ask him a question about if there was one conversation or one topic throughout the entire run of this show.
How long was the show? Do you remember?
It ended in 2003.
What? It was that long?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah. Because he did special episodes and stuff like that.
Wow.
But yeah, he said that the topic that was very heavy for everyone mostly was talking about divorce.
Really?
Assassination was no big deal. Racism was no big deal. And stuff like that. So, yeah, it was a great film. Rob Newton of Cape Ann Cinema did a great job organizing this. Their company, I can't remember the company out of Annisquam, but they rebuilt the castle, and they rebuilt the door frame for it to be on stage for that night.
Wow. That's
this is only like my second or third time being at the Cape Ann Cinema. And it's beautiful. Like it's a cool vibe in there. Like
it is a cool vibe.
It reminds me just like there's a place in Oakland called the Parkway, and they do the exact same thing where it's couches.
Yeah.
And you just chilling, watching movies.
It is super cool in there.
Yeah.
It's really comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And highly recommend everyone to go there when they can for anything. But that was a super cool event that you went to. So
yep,
awesome.
I saw it present or come up on my Facebook, and I was like, I'm going to that.
Yeah.
And
did that sell out?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
and I
sure.
mean, I was dying to see that anyway because this is going to sound once again bougie, but my friends in the industry out west are like, this is a film, go see it.
Right.
And so I've been waiting, and it's been out for a minute. But then when I saw the Q&A, I was like, I'd rather go see that. And I got his signature, so I got an autograph. And
so cool.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Awesome.
Good
So,
time.
yeah, I definitely would want to see that. Yay! And that wasn't even written down, Bridge. That was just like totally off the cuff right there.
Wasn't
That's
gonna-
just,
wasn't
that's
gonna
what
bring
it
it up.
is. That's what it is.
Wasn't going to bring it up, trying to keep the heat off of me. That's fine.
No, but I love it. That's what I really want to know about. So let's just, before we get into other things, let's just talk
Do you
about...
want me to do it real fast for you? I'll do it
Block
real fast.
party.
Ready? Block party is this Saturday, 6 to 10. Blues Fest is this Saturday at 11 a.m. Don't know where it is. Don't care. Bye.
Usually it's at Stage 4.
That works. I will avoid that place. Thank you.
So Rolla Palace, which we have talked about this a few times before. We always talk about how we're going to go to the last stint of the Rolla Palace, and then it comes back. And then we did your birthday, which was the most amazing birthday I thought ever.
It was all right.
But now it's gone.
Mhm.
Like they did. Like, no, it's for real.
There
this
might be a
time.
few last private parties, but it has.
But
the
no,
sale,
it did sell.
The sale,
That's
done,
it. It's
done,
gone.
It's gone.
That's it. It's gone.
Done.
And what are they doing with it?
Don't know. They won't talk about it. It's not. It's
So it
not
could come
disclosed.
back,
Mm-mm.
but no, it's not going to come back.
I guarantee they're going to level it out and make it something because Whole Foods is coming in soon.
Yeah.
They're going to level it out and make it just as
So we had our
competitive.
last round. We did it. Well, you did it because you went
I did.
skating with Dana.
Liz. Yep. In
Um,
May
Yes.
during my
So-
mental breakdown week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
uh-huh.
you got it. So you got it in. We did your birthday party there, which was awesome. So now it's going to be really sad if we actually see it torn down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I did a nice Throwback Thursday Instagram tribute today. Put it on Twitter. You know. Also, nope, not gonna say it. Just continue.
And when's the last time, Alicia,
Oh,
you've
gosh.
gone? Never?
No,
Maybe years or 20 years? Like,
yeah, more than that probably.
so you're not a roller skater?
No.
No.
I mean, I
okay.
haven't been inline skating for probably
Inline skating,
is it what?
aka rollerblading.
rollerblading.
Right.
Well, I didn't know what's the right term.
I don't know. I think they're
All
both the
right.
right term.
I
No.
haven't been rollerblading in a couple of decades.
Okay. All right. So,
It's been a while.
okay. So this doesn't affect you at any point in time.
Well, no, because I had memories there.
Okay.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is nostalgia.
And
It's
to,
a
and to see
nostalgic
it,
thing.
you know,
I mean,
torn down,
I
it's gonna be
have
like,
been-
what the?
I haven't been. I'm sorry, I have a wicked frog in my throat.
It's my dog.
Um,
I'm sorry.
I hadn't been to the Hilltop in forever and a day, but that was nostalgic when that closed and they got rid
And
of
they
all
got
the cows.
tore it down, but they kept the
I don't
cactus.
think I've
and
ever been to the Hilltop.
Oh, that's
I
where
never went.
that's
That was
where my
where-
family. That's where I
yeah.
went like every Saturday with my fam.
Same thing. Where my grandmother loved that restaurant.
My brother got to go. He used to go with one of my mom's. We used to call them uncles, but apparently they were boyfriends. He used to go to all the Celtics games at the Garden, the actual Garden, not the TD
Yeah.
Garden, but the Boston Garden.
Yeah.
And then they go to the Hilltop, and I never went.
Yep. No, I grew up at the
Never
Hilltop, so I grew up there. So yeah. So
So
there
that's
we go
done.
with that.
It's done.
Tyler gone to Whittier.
Thank
so
goodness.
thank you. Didn't think that was gonna happen, but it did. So that is in Haverhill. It's in this area, as you know, we only have Essex Tech, which serves 24 communities. Very, very, very competitive school. Then you have Whittier Tech, another competitive school that only serves 11 communities. And for both schools, if you do not live in those communities, you cannot be considered. So for Whittier, we've been waiting it out. He's been doing the process since last November, and we just found out that he got in. So we're really excited about that. And football starts tonight. So
Preseason for the
preseason,
Patriots.
and they're in Gillette tonight, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So preseason tonight, and they are playing. Aren't they playing the Eagles?
I didn't get that far.
Okay. Well, now I'm gonna have to look it up. But
Yeah.
I thought they were. I don't know. So if it's not, sorry, that's really bad. But
No one's listening to this part because it's preseason. No one cares.
yes, the people do. Peter said, he goes, I'm gonna watch season 1. I'm gonna watch the first game. I'm gonna watch the 4th game, and that's gonna be it. It's like that's all he does is preseason. He's not gonna watch every single one, so there's got to be a reason. I'm not too sure. So Snapchat. So there's this new thing surrounding Snapchat. Snapchat
Dysmorphia.
Okay, and this is wanting to look like your filter.
Yes.
So everyone's just gonna fucking go around looking like squirrels, rabbits. What's the fucking deal here?
Come on. So the Snapchat filter, the one with the flower crown where your face is all blown out.
Yes.
People are actually getting surgery to look like that.
Shut up.
The ones that are the beauty filters, not the ones that look like dogs and squirrels. Are you serious? Come on.
Yes, I am, because people are fucking crazy.
For the woman who did all the surgery to look like a cat, remember her?
Oh, yeah, the cat lady.
Cat lady?
Yeah, well, I won't put anything past anyone nowadays. This is 2018, almost 19, and people are fucking dumb.
I mean, we're snorting condoms, so yeah, why not?
Yeah, what's happening with that?
That's no longer a phase, but we talked about this.
But the fact that we even said that is just a fucking weird
But
thing.
we did talk before we started about the CDC issuing a report last week to not recycle your condoms, meaning like do not reuse your condom.
Well, that's disgusting.
The fact that someone is rinsing, the fact that the CDC is aware that people are doing this
Is a problem.
is frightening.
Yes.
Because the CDC ain't gonna put out a report for one ding dong.
Get it? That was a knee slapper.
Blew out my audio.
Oh, that's so funny.
So yeah, the fact that that's terrifying that the CDC has that many people be like, yeah, you need to stop recycling and reusing condoms. That's gross and terrifying.
So, to Alicia's point, we were talking about this earlier. How many people is that?
I don't know. Anyone in the CDC or anyone that's listening that knows anyone in the CDC, secret listeners, let us know.
We have a lot of secret listeners.
We do.
We do.
Actually, at the Q&A for the Mr. Rogers movie, I was waiting in line to get an autograph, and I happened to say my name, and this woman goes, "Oh my God, are you B-side from Alicia Unleashed?" And I was just like,
Oh shit.
Hey.
Who is this?
I was like, I am. She goes, "Oh my God, I loved the John Jerome episode." And I was like, awesome, cool, thanks for listening. And then she had to explain who I was, and people were like, "Oh, is that Joey's thing?" I'm like, "No, it's Alicia's thing. Alicia Unleashed." And she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna listen." And then I was actually talking with someone the other night, and I was talking about how I was doing a podcast tonight, and she goes, "Oh, I totally forgot to subscribe to that." And then went on and subscribed on iTunes right there.
Joey doesn't show me the extra subscriptions he gets. He just shows me the people that leave and then blame it on me. So, Joey, if you even listened this far, which I'm sure you haven't, people are subscribing, so when you get ads, you need to show me, not when just people leave, because they're not just leaving because of me. They might be leaving because of other boring reasons.
And also, we've got great content nowadays.
No, we do.
Yeah.
Totally do. And we'll totally get to Alicia.
I was like, wow, there's a lot of pressure on this.
Once we get to this, through this offline.
If we lose a listener after this week, I'm so screwed. I'm never coming back. It's like, you're out.
So, according to Match.com, the average...
This is where Alicia's coming in.
The average first date costs $102.33, which I believe, and that's 2 dinners, a bottle of wine, and 2 movie tickets. But if you're bringing me out on a date, that's an appetizer, 2 dinners, and a bottle of wine plus more wine for me. So that's what that comes out to.
Here's the thing: when they said this the other day, and they're like a bottle of wine, I'm like, well, that's just Alicia's drink alone. Like, I'm like, who orders a bottle of wine on a first date besides
who
Alicia?
goes to the movies?
I never have. No, well, first of all, let's talk about that for a minute.
Don't ever take
movies on a first date.
Oh,
No.
that's so terrible.
No, because you can't have a conversation with the person. You don't get to know the person.
Movies on a first date are for kids, like teenagers in middle school and high school.
Right.
That is in college. That is not for
Right.
actual grown ass women. We ain't doing that.
No.
Sisters are doing it for themselves. We ain't doing that.
No, it's not happening. So, no. So whenever anyone has suggested, hey, you want to go to a movie? No.
I mean,
No,
unless
it's
you've
happening.
known the cat for like hella years, and then he's like, "Hey, we should like go out."
No.
That would be one thing, go to dinner and a movie because you already know the person. But that is not how it works in my world.
Mm-mm. Not even then.
So, how many dates before you go to a movie date?
Oof.
I don't know if I could put a number to it. I think it has to be a few months in,
Right.
at least.
Right. Because it's a waste of time.
Yeah.
Otherwise.
But, all right, you're also asking the wrong person because I'm just not a movie theater person to begin with.
Neither. Hi. Have
yeah.
you met me? Neither am I.
I just am not. It's just not my thing. Not my thing.
Right. So
I like watching movies.
Yeah.
But not in a theater with
Other people.
100 other people.
So what about you? Because here's the other side. Because Bridget, you are a moviegoer, and you do love the movies. But how many dates in would you go to the movies? She's like 2.
Here's the thing: is I'd be lucky if I got to the fucking second date. Yeah, no, I'm the like first date queen. I don't know. The last relationship I was in, I would think it was our 4th or 5th date.
So still, you held out for some dates.
Well, I was also shocked that I made it that far. So there's that. I was also shocked I made it as far as I did. But
Yeah.
there's that. I'm fine. I'm in therapy. It's great.
Your therapist is amazing. Just saying, first experience.
You know. We share a lot of things, apparently.
We do, but not men.
Will you stop fucking with my audio?
Oh, whatever. People are used to fucked up audio by now. With
Not
me
our new
speaking.
listeners. They don't know this yet about us.
They'll know that now.
Okay, well, new secret listeners, you're going to have to go back.
Alicia's really loud,
Yeah, well,
and that's just the way it is.
she likes to slam on things and knock things over. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm also, I think, have I been on any dates before, like, back in my California phase where I went to the movies? I don't think so. I don't think I ever went to the movies with any, let's just say those dates were real quick, because, you know.
No.
Those dates are quotation marks, you know what I mean? Means like,
So no, and so that and you're a moviegoer. So
I am.
You even hold out.
I go to the movies by myself. That's a new thing for me
Right.
too. I've maybe in the last 10 years I've started going to movies by myself. I'm going to a movie by myself this weekend too.
And Peter does. That's what Peter does.
Yeah, but
Peter, that's
you're
nothing new.
Yeah, and you and I are going on a movie date in November, December,
Yeah.
and he can't come.
Nope.
No, he can
Nope.
go see that movie by himself. But you know, I'm sure the entire theater is going to be full of women to go see Aquaman anyway, because
Yes.
they are not going for the superhero plot. We're not.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
I mean, I do, but Aquaman is not my favorite superhero. But then again,
Well,
it's
who
Jason Momoa.
is? I mean, although I love
like
Deadpool.
Captain America.
No, I like Deadpool.
Captain America. And
I like Deadpool.
Yeah.
Deadpool is Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
he's
that
good.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't watch anything else. But I thought, because Ryan Reynolds is hilarious.
Well, it also helps that he's really fucking hot too.
Yeah, but he's hilarious.
Sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I loved the 1 and the 2. 2 was even, I like risque. It was even more risque than 1.
Right.
And he's so fun.
She didn't notice any of that.
I did not.
She doesn't notice his personality.
No.
Doesn't
I mean, they did a great makeup job, which was really disturbing. So, you know, I had to get past that. I just had to remember for what he actually looked like. And
Yeah.
It was fine.
No.
It was totally fine. Yeah. So, anyway.
So, moving on to our last hot plate. This is like the longest hot plate ever.
Really is.
Pumpkin spice.
Oh,
lattes about to be released August 28th. Let's say that is actually Starbucks.
That is Starbucks.
Starbucks is bringing it about a month and a half early.
Also, they're not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. But I will shout out this. So, Andy...
That this bitch already drank a fucking pumpkin spice beer already? Yeah.
No, I didn't. I have held out. So, I have held out.
You
held
snapped
out.
about it.
No, I held out though.
You took a picture of it, and I
did,
told you to stop that.
But I didn't drink it. I held out.
You just faking it?
No, so here's the thing.
You just peacocking on that shit? You
No,
can't
no.
flex on the gram like that.
Oh no, you're about to hear it. So Andy Mann's in Amesbury, which is like the Gloucester Donut Gyms, but not with all the other stuff that's happening. But they have all of New England coffee, right? Which is my favorite, right? And they have like 25 flavors of New England coffee. And as a former restaurant owner that only had New England coffee, they have pumpkin spice year round, which means they bought enough boxes to be able to carry it because New England coffee only debuts it September, October. Trust me, I know this because I used to own a place. So I still get pumpkins. I don't give a fuck. I get pumpkin spice coffee right now. But then I also have a mocha cinnamon iced that is amazing. So I'm already been getting my pumpkin. Don't you worry. But then we were in Hampton, on the Hampton Beach, and we went to Sea Catch, which I have been dying to try, which is on the water, which is amazing. And I go up, and they have a fucking shipyard, and I had already been talking about it a couple of days before to Peter. Oh my God, I can't wait for shipyard. I love it. And I see some chick with the cinnamon sugar rim. I go, oh my God, is that shipyard? Yup, it is. Right there on tap. I was like, and then Peter's like, oh, I know what you're getting. And I'm like, I can't. I just can't. I can't. It's like 110 degrees right now.
But yet you took a picture of it just to piss me off.
But I didn't get it. I got white wine instead. But I wanted it so
you
bad.
took a picture of that, but you didn't take a picture of your white wine, so you already got me infuriated.
Yeah, no, I wanted it so bad, but instead I had the white wine. But now I still think about it.
But what if you died the next day?
Exactly. I wouldn't have had that pumpkin.
Wouldn't have had that pumpkin.
I know.
Here's the thing about it. Don't get me wrong. I love Shipyard. I love pumpkin, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? September's a little too soon because by the time October comes around...
We're still in August. No,
I know.
Talking about September.
By the time October rolls around, I'm burnt out of it. Like, I'm done.
Right.
I don't want it.
Yeah.
I don't want any of it.
Well, by the time mid-September comes around, I'm already sick of hearing about it.
Right.
Like, everything is pumpkin.
Everything's pumpkin. Cheerios are pumpkin.
Oreos are pumpkin.
All that stuff has already started.
Like,
the Halloween candy is already out at markets and also stores. Halloween decorations. Now, don't get me wrong. I love me some Halloween, but it's already out at TJ Maxx.
But I just want to enjoy the rest of the summer first.
Yeah.
Right.
See, I don't like summer weather, but I enjoy the summer season because the sun's out late. Apparently, I do a lot of shit. My August is turning out pretty okay. There's that.
Right.
It's like, fuck, man. And, nowadays, with global warming that does not exist, September is pretty fucking warm, too.
Right.
You don't have to shovel the heat. You don't have to put boots on to go out in the heat. You don't have to
The
put a
only
jacket
problem I have with the heat is pretty much the humidity. If the humidity wasn't here, I'd be game on.
Right.
But the thing is that I'm already wearing as less clothes as possible for me. I can't take off any more clothes, and that's my problem.
Right.
Like that's the
you're at the
I'm at my
you're at the
naked
bare minimum.
I am at my naked phase right now. I'm just like, this is too much clothes, but I am naked pretty much.
Right.
Sorry, ladies. But yeah.
I went out Friday night into Boston. You go out. I don't go out very often, so when I go out, I try and look nice. So my hair and my makeup, and I swear to God, it did not matter because it was still 90 degrees at 7 o'clock at night,
Mm-hmm.
and the humidity and everything just sweater.
I don't even
bother.
I don't even put on makeup. I went to a wedding 2 weeks ago in Westerly, and I attempted to put on makeup. I'm like, nope, not happening. It's 110 degrees. I've been running around setting up this wedding, which, was a whole thing. I was like, nope, not putting on makeup. I don't care what I look like at this point, because there's no point. No point wearing makeup during the summer unless it's a cool night, and that doesn't happen around here.
I throw my head under a faucet, throw it back like you see right now, put on eyeshadow, and call it a day. I am not even doing it, and I don't give a shit.
Where was I the other night? Oh, the other night I was in Beverly at Bonefish Harry, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
What, were you there?
Love that place.
It's my first time
Where
being
is it
there.
in Beverly?
It's right on Cabot.
Oh, is it?
I still dream about the Brussels. Did you have the Brussels sprouts?
I did not. I had the avocado rangoon.
Was it a fried Brussels sprout?
No, they weren't fried, but they were
No.
roasted with this. They're Kung Pao Brussels sprouts with a wasabi ranch dressing.
What?
I have never had a
them.
dream about Brussels sprouts in my life. Because
who does?
Why would you?
Right,
But they were so good, and even the food, we got tacos.
Yeah,
Wow.
I had
exceptional.
I ordered the avocado rangoon, and I got a swordfish taco. And I don't eat swordfish, but I was like, fuck it, I'm feeling adventurous. So it was my second time having
I love
swordfish.
Oh, that's it?
Huh?
Second time in your life having swordfish?
We've talked about how
I don't think I've
I
ever
know,
had
yeah, I
once.
love swordfish. Oh my
I've
god, I
had
just
it
had it the other
before.
night when I went to Sea Catch. Swordfish Caesar. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry.
Anyway,
Oh yeah. So
yeah,
Bonefish
no.
Harry. Sorry. What?
But
What
no,
were we talking about?
I was done, we left, and I'm driving home, and I'm coming through Beverly, hitting 128 on exit 17. It's still fucking 90 degrees at 8:30 at night.
It was
I'm like,
bananas.
that is wrong.
Yeah.
Even in San Diego, it's never been
Yeah.
that hot, and at that hour.
Right.
I think, actually, that's not true. There was a Halloween where it was 95 degrees, and I dressed as Carmen Sandiego wearing a wool trench coat. Yeah. It was not my best decision, but it was my favorite costume because everyone was like, oh shit, look who it is. It's Carmen
90
Sandiego.
degrees.
It was 95.
At Halloween.
It was on October 31st.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
no.
Good time.
All right, well,
Let's
that
get
was,
into it.
That was it. That was the longest hot plate ever.
32 minutes of hot plate.
Shut
Oh
up.
crap.
32
That's all right.
minutes.
Last time I'm.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, please.
Oh no, girl.
please
We
no,
coming
please
for
no.
you.
So, the other Alicia returns. Remember, it's not Alicia, it's Alicia. We have the same spelling, but it's not the same pronunciation. It is what it is. Last time she was here, it was...
Before Iceland.
Right before it was in
When was
February.
that?
I think it was in February.
So it was during the winter.
Yeah.
And we had this amazing podcast. We go outside and our car's gone.
No. She goes outside to get in her car.
And it's not there.
And I came back in. I'm like,
Yeah, my
where's
car's
my car?
not there. Yeah, it's
gone.
gone. Yeah. Alicia, where'd you park? Oh, I don't know. In front of your
in
house.
front of the house. But okay, so
Going
the
the wrong
issue
way.
was I
The whole-
thought it was a one-way street.
But the funny part is
wasn't.
none of us realized or could hear that there was an actual tow truck
No.
in front of my goddamn house.
No, I listened back.
you
I
see
couldn't hear
reflections
it.
of
There
lights,
was
you
nothing.
see
Nothing. And not for nothing. But Peter was sitting in the living room next to where your car would have been towed and
Yeah.
still
Yeah,
didn't hear anything.
But the thing is, he had the TV on. He was concentrating on that, and you always had your blinds down or your shades down.
I know, but still you couldn't hear that some shit was happening
But
outside
also-
to hook up a goddamn car.
Also, here's the thing: she was technically your guest at that time, because usually I greet people. I'm like, "Hi, welcome to Alicia's house," and I didn't see where she parked because she was your guest
already there.
Yes.
So she's blaming this on me, is what she's saying. That's what's happening.
there really wasn't a blame. I was a little bummed that they couldn't just give me a ticket and call it a day. Like they really
we had to
did
actually go to.
Yeah.
You guys had
They
an
did not.
adventure.
Yeah, we had an
To-
adventure to go get your car.
Like, God, I don't
It
even
was
know
the
what
first time
it was.
Alicia
It was
Unleashed had
crazy.
to.
Yeah. The
kind
first
of-
time and only time. Alicia had to figure out what to do.
Because you came back upstairs and was like, my car's not here? And the first thing I thought was maybe someone stole your car. Because that's exactly where I go. Like when...
See, my mind didn't even go there.
See,
my mind went, did I forget, did I not park it where I thought I did?
Oh. Yeah, well, that too. I usually think that, but I was looking for the shattered glass along the sidewalk to be like... I'm like, did someone hotwire her car? Like, what happened? And then I think, didn't you guys call or something?
We should call Tallies.
Yeah, and they're like, yeah, it was here. So where'd you park tonight?
She parked in the church parking lot.
Can I?
All right.
Yeah.
And I said if I get towed, she's paying for it. Because she told me to park there.
Hey, everyone else parks there to go to Destino, so whatever. I don't care.
Yeah. All right, well, we got that established.
Come at me.
So that was
you know what? I got Father Jim on email. I'm good. Like,
So...
help me out.
Last time you were here, we were talking about how you were going to Iceland, but now you went, and was it everything you wanted it to be?
It was. Did I talk about how the trip came about?
You kind of talked about like how
I don't remember.
Your friend was like, let's go to Iceland, and you were like, yes.
Oh, okay, so I did. So I touched upon the fact that we were talking on Skype one day, and I'm just like, I'm so bored because she lives in Budapest.
Yes,
So
you did.
I said I'm just so bored, and she said, all right, well, we need something to look forward to. Pick a place.
Right, exactly, right.
So she's been everywhere. She's done so much. So she literally planned me, and it was so great to have her at my side during this because I've never been anywhere. I've been to a couple islands, all-inclusive resorts.
Right.
That's pretty much the extent of it.
Right.
So to have to navigate to get there by myself.
Right.
So it was really great to have her, and she literally sent me an itinerary.
That's amazing.
She's like, this is, okay, Sunday or Saturday we're doing this. Sunday we're doing this. Monday we're doing this. So it was pretty great. So, but yeah, it was everything. The only thing we didn't see were the northern lights because it was too cloudy and too rainy.
So the one natural, spectacular thing you wanted to see, nature was just like, nah.
Yeah, but so much of it was beautiful and amazing that it just didn't.
So since you
matter.
went, I know 6 people that are on their way to Iceland in the next 4 weeks.
And one of my coworkers is going in a couple weeks,
I'm just like, shit, did I miss the memo that everyone's having their bachelorette weekend and going to Iceland? Yeah. How did I miss the, hey, let's all do this kind of situation?
Did you bring your yellow slicker?
I sure did. And there's a picture that my friend took, and the beaches there are black sand beaches from the lava from the volcanoes. So it's all black sand beaches, and there's one beach called. Hold on, I'm gonna pronounce this. I think we're gonna try. Jökulsárlón, I think. I don't know, but it's called the Black Diamond Beach, and it's these pieces of the glacier that wash upon the shore, and it literally looks like
diamonds,
huge diamonds against this black sand beach. And then so she took a picture of me with the yellow against the ice against the black, and it was just
wow. Awesome.
So if you're going, a bright yellow or a bright red jacket would take really cool pictures. It just breaks up the landscape, because the landscape is just so, it can be really gray. Mm-hmm. So it just breaks that up and makes for really good photography.
Yeah, my old roommate from Oakland, she is about to go to Iceland because I'm surprised they're not engaged at this point. I'm sure that that's probably coming soon. He works for North Face.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I'm sure she's got the yellow and the red. She's probably got like all the colors of the rainbow for the gear. Like they do the craziest things. So that's why I messaged you. I was like, hey, you just went to Iceland. Yeah. Let me talk to you. So I passed on what you told me to her. And she was like, awesome, thanks. She's like, that's so cool that you know. I'm like, girl, I know so many people to Iceland.
Yeah, so a couple things. I mean, there's so much online that you can find now that you didn't have access to before. Guide to Iceland is a great website. go follow the page Iceland Magazine on Facebook, because it's actually geared to tourists more than it is to residents. That's a good one to follow. Bathrooms are few and far between, and sometimes you have to pay for them. What? And they usually close anywhere between 3 and 5 in the afternoon.
Wow. Is that any information that you would have had before?
Yes, I did find that out beforehand.
That's good.
So if you stop and there's one, go. And just, even if it's like when your mom told you when you were little, even if you don't have to go, try. Like, do that, because you might not see another one for 7 hours.
But just in case, any secret listeners, say hi to us. But also, if you're planning a trip to Iceland, or you don't think you're going to, but you're manifesting it for next year, keep this in mind.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So, driving, the roads are very, very narrow, and there are no shoulders. Everything is a rotary. Unless you're in the city, everything is a rotary. There's no stop.
But you know how to do rotaries.
That's good,
so right? You know that.
You also know how to do narrow roads.
Yeah. It's still pretty terrifying when you have an 18-wheeler that's coming straight at you, and
they're like ice road truckers, aren't they?
Yeah. It was a little. And if you get a little car, do not even attempt to go on what they call an F road. I forget what it stands for. I could imagine what I would say it would stand for. But don't. We did it. Don't do it. Don't. I wouldn't bring a ton of currency with you, because it's a pretty much credit card based country.
Place now.
Really?
They don't accept gas at the gas pumps. I mean, they don't accept cash at the gas pumps. You have to use a card.
Interesting.
So I brought. I think I brought like the equivalent of like $1,000 in cash. Didn't need it.
Didn't even care.
Didn't need it.
Don't even care.
So get a credit card that has no foreign transactions.
So to quote the Mighty Ducks 2, when they were facing, they were the USA against the world, there was a coach that was like, no, Iceland is green and Greenland is ice.
Right.
But from every photo I've seen of Iceland, it's always been glaciers. Is that?
There's a lot of. There's a lot of snow. It was mostly melted by the time I got there. When I went in during school vacation of April, and it was hovered around like the mid to upper 40s. I think the last day we were there got to 50 degrees. So it wasn't terrible. And yeah, you couldn't, we wanted to do ice caving. You couldn't do it when we were there because everything's starting to melt and it's too dangerous and people die.
Right. So Iceland isn't what it is like made of ice. It is warmer than you
There's
would
a
think.
lot of greenery. There are no trees, which is kind of bizarre. I mean, there's trees, but there's no forest. There's no everything.
Now, did you stay in Reykjavik?
Reykjavik. We stayed, the first night we stayed in Keflavik, and then we bounced around based on, we did the entire southern part of the country.
Which is
really, your first time going is pretty much what most people do.
Yeah.
If you had 2 weeks, you could go around the entire country.
Okay.
Easy.
That's cool.
But yeah, we did the southern, we did the Blue Lagoon.
Wow.
Not my favorite thing in the world.
Why?
It was too touristy. I felt like I was taking a bath with like 200 people.
Oh, gross.
It's just,
That's
my friend loved it. She loved it.
It's because she lives in Budapest, so she's used to that.
And so there are other hot springs that you could go to that are less touristy. There's a secret lagoon. There's one in, I forget how to pronounce it. Meitven? I forget how to pronounce it. It's northern Iceland. There are other public ones that you can hike to. We're going to try and hike to one. The problem with Iceland is that, not that it's a problem with Iceland, but it's really increased in tourism in the last 10 years.
Right.
And the infrastructure is not there to handle
the
tourism. So in all of the places that we went, we saw one park ranger. In all of the places we went.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
And she said the government just doesn't want to invest in paying people to work these places. So what happens is tourists go, they don't heed the signs and stay on the path, so they go wherever they want. all of the greenery that you see in photos of Iceland, it's all moss, which is easily damaged. So
Right.
if you go, so they have to close things, and you know, until the land can basically rebuild itself. So
Right.
the last day we were there, we were gonna try and hike to this public hot spring, but we couldn't because it was closed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Snorkeling, I highly recommend. That was probably my favorite thing.
Wow.
Now, did you have to wear a wetsuit or
Wear a dry suit.
dry suit? That's
What's
it.
that?
So whereas a dry suit, you put on, it's almost like a onesie, like an insulated onesie, and then you put the rubber suit over you.
Okay.
So, and you're covered from, it's like a feety pajamas, like a big rubber feety pajamas.
It's to keep for hypothermia.
And you stay completely dry. I got a little bit of water around my neck and a little bit in my
wrists.
my gloves. But other than that, I didn't get... And then your face, because you only have to snorkel on, and it's 35 degrees Fahrenheit.
Wow.
So it's cold. But it was so
Such
great.
an experience.
And it's the only place in the world that you can snorkel between two continents.
Wow.
That's awesome.
So, did you do everything you wanted to do while you were there, or were there other things that... Okay.
Yeah, if we didn't, it's because it was closed.
So, what are other things that you wanted to do that you couldn't get that was closed, but...
The hiking, so the hot spring, there were a couple of waterfalls. I mean, but there's waterfalls everywhere. Everything's a waterfall there. So we didn't do that, and then we didn't... there was a canyon that we wanted to hike up.
And what is the months or the weather that they would be open for that you could actually do that?
Well, those were the things. Two things
They were closed
that were
because people
closed,
also damaged them.
because of
Oh,
damage,
okay,
and then the other thing
okay.
was closed because the road was closed because it was spring and everything. I think everything was just melting and it was just too dangerous to drive.
Okay, gotcha. So now that you have said, I don't go anywhere, I don't do anything, what's your next big adventure?
I know. So we're talking about. We were gonna do
Same
something.
friend?
Same friend.
Okay.
We were gonna do something for Christmas, but I just couldn't get my crap together to be able to travel again to that extent so quickly.
Right.
Within the same year.
Right.
So we're probably going to do the same time frame next year. We're talking about Croatia.
Ooh.
Or we're talking about Italy. So we're kind of bouncing a couple of things around. She's been everywhere. There are very few countries she has not been.
Wow.
So she's kind of leaving it up to me just because she's been... she'll text me and she'll be like, I'm in Austria this weekend. I decided to go to Ireland at the last minute. Hey, I'm in Greece. What's up? So...
Where has she not been that you can go and go, I can experience this with you?
Probably countries that are not.
You're not allowed to go.
Probably places American women should not be.
Oh, okay.
But other than that, she's pretty...
Can't have no broke down palace bullshit going on, you know?
She's been all over Europe. She's been to Vietnam. She's been to Morocco, Turkey.
Just everywhere.
Yeah.
So when you were in Iceland, was there anything that you were told not to do, you have to do? I know you went with someone that's already been there and that...
No, she hadn't been there.
Oh, she hadn't?
No,
wow.
I did pick a place. And Iceland had been my top country for like 10 years.
And she's never been there?
She had never been there. So it was really great for her.
Okay.
Because I picked a place that she hadn't been.
So what were people telling you, oh my God, you have to do?
Nothing, because nobody I knew had ever been there.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was a lot of going onto blogs. Like I said, the Guide to Iceland
Your own
website.
Your own research.
Yeah, it's really what it came down to.
And there's so much where when you say, oh, I'm going to go there, someone and their mother has been like,
Yeah, no.
I've been there. This is what I've done. This is where we're going. This is what's happening.
No. But it's nice because now I have that knowledge of what I can tell other people. Oh, if you're going to Iceland, bring a water bottle. Because you do not need to buy water there. It's the purest water that you can drink.
Oh.
So you can drink water right from the tap. If you buy a bottled water, they will know that you're a tourist. Because nobody buys. Like when I went snorkeling, it was the best water I've ever drank in my entire life. It was just so pure. It was amazing. So yeah, so bring a water bottle. I had that on my list too, to say in case anybody's going. Food is very expensive. You're not going to pay less than $30 just for food, just for a meal.
And the daylight?
So when we went school vacation. I left the first day of spring was on the April 9th. I mean, the first day of their summer was on April 19th. So I left right when their
That's
summer.
their summer?
That's their summer. So I left
Holy
right
shit.
when their summer started. So it was, sunrise was probably around 5:30, and then sunset was like 10.
Holy shit.
So it didn't even really get dark till like 11.
So you experienced that.
Yeah. So now and then in the summer they have the midnight sun, so you don't see the northern lights because it's light 24/7.
So how do you adapt to that?
I didn't. It was like, oh, we're eating dinner and it's 9:00 and we have to get up at 5:30 the next morning to make our schedule.
What's the time frame from here to there?
Because it was daylight, because we had the time change. I don't know if it was.
What's the time change between?
So they don't change their clocks like we do.
Okay.
So I think when I was there, I think it was 4 hours ahead.
Oh shit! Really?
And
Okay.
then, like, when we change our clocks back,
Right.
or in the fall, whatever, it'll be 5 hours ahead. I think
Well, it
that's
doesn't
what
matter. That's still a lot of hours.
Yeah.
So you were having dinner at 9:00 and it was like broad daylight.
Yeah. Yep.
And then how did you go to sleep? Did you have to close everything or like how?
Well, by the time we got back to wherever we were staying, it was dark. I mean, we got back so late.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we didn't. We were functioning on very little rest, and we were go.
Yeah, for 2
It was
weeks.
Go. Hiking, walking, snorkeling. A lot of driving. Some drives we had like 3 or 4 hour drives.
Did you drink enough water?
Mm.
Did you find enough springs? Like, how did you live?
Oh gosh. So we would. The best way to do it, to try and save a little bit, is to find a grocery store. I forget the name of the grocery store that was the bonus. Maybe it was a bonus. It began with a B. I think it's bonus. We bought hummus. We bought chips. We bought nuts, and that's what we would eat during the day. And then we would go out for one meal at night.
Okay.
And that was like the big meal.
Okay.
A lot of lamb over there.
I love lamb.
A lot of lamb. A lot of
Love it.
fish.
Yeah. What kind of fish?
I think it's called Atlantic char. I think it's Atlantic char.
Okay.
I think is what it's called. I think that's what it is. A lot of seafood stews. And it's
Seafood
funny
stew
because
is
the
just
one
another
thing
fancy name for I don't know what kind of fish is in
is
it.
basically
And
what it was.
we're just going to throw everything in it.
And the one thing she will not eat is lamb.
Really?
She
I love
hates
lamb.
it.
Oh, I love
And
it.
she ordered the lamb stew, and I said, "You're not going to eat it." And she's like, "I just need to try it. I need to experience
I love it.
Icelandic
I love
cuisine."
lamb.
And
Yes.
she took one bite. She's like, "I just can't do it."
That's really funny.
Yeah, but it was. I just highly recommend it. We would both go back in a heartbeat. If there weren't so
Yeah.
many other places that I hadn't been, I would go back in a heartbeat.
Okay. So you have no idea where you want to go next?
No, so Croatia keeps standing in my head, or keeps coming to mind, but
Yeah.
it's not.
And she's been?
Yeah.
Is there any reason she's telling you no?
Oh no, she would. She's not telling me no. She says
okay,
it's
okay.
just not. It's not like we can lay out on the beach kind of a thing. It's because it's only going to be in the 50s, 60s, and
really?
in April.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like that kind of vacation.
Right. And in April, you're looking to probably...
Well, after that trip, first of all, let's talk about the fact that I never go anywhere.
Right.
And I packed for a week in Iceland in snow gear
Right.
in a carry-on.
What?
Can I just get
How'd
props
you
for
do
that?
that? Yes.
I mean, we kind of went into it saying, listen, we're spending a week together. It's you and me. You will be seeing the same clothes over and over
right.
and over.
And who cares?
And
right.
Who cares?
Right.
So that's basically what it came down to.
Okay.
Because you just don't want to be dealing with checking luggage
Right.
on a trip like that. So,
Right.
and we were doing, it's not like we went out partying or went out for a night on the town. So it's not like we needed nice clothes and
Right.
hiking clothes.
This was like a...
This was an all adventure hiking vacation.
Right.
So.
Right.
All right.
For 2 weeks.
No, it was just 1 week.
Oh, just 1 week.
It was just 1 week. Yeah.
There's a lot of hiking for 2 weeks.
It's just like a lot.
We could have stayed for 2 weeks, but no, it was just 1 week. So, yeah.
So, how's dating going? Aside.
There's segue.
That was a reach.
Now that you're back to Iceland,
before
and you got a
we were
whole
talking
profile
about
that you
it,
can now build.
Yes.
You're like, I've been to
seriously.
Iceland, I've been snorkeling.
I know,
Oh
my
my God.
Instagram has
Yes.
significantly improved.
Yeah.
Talk to me about Iceland.
What's happening?
Like,
Yes.
Nothing. Nothing.
What crickets? What's happening? Nothing.
No,
No.
I haven't been on any dates.
No.
Because the last time she was on the podcast, you were trying to set her up with somebody, and we got there,
Yeah.
got her set up, and it was very awkward. I even said it was fucking awkward.
Didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
No, because it was awkward because you and I apparently were going on this date too, and I was like, why? No, what?
didn't happen. Didn't happen. So, are you back on any sites at all?
No, I know. I won't. I won't do it again. I won't. You won't see me on
So, what
there.
do you do with your days? Other than...
Oh, I mean, I'm out.
Me,
I'm
it's like,
out a lot.
I was just like, when I was
It doesn't
single...
have to be about being online or
When
dating
I was single, I was
people.
bored.
Well, that's because
No,
you don't
I
like
mean,
to be
I'm out.
alone.
I'm
No,
out
I
with my
don't.
friends a lot.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
That's-
Okay,
She's fucking partying on rooftops in Boston.
Oh my god, that night was so crazy.
good. When was that?
Oh, I
Last
was in
Friday.
Boston. I was in Boston on
You gotta
Friday.
catch up.
She was like, oh, I can't
You
even.
gotta stop like I do.
I know. She's like, who's this guy? What's his story? What's this?
What's
okay,
this?
posted
What's
this
up
guy.
with this dude singing you "Happy Birthday"? What's his story?
Yeah.
Like,
She
awesome.
totally stalks me.
It's amazing. Someone's got
I'm
it, right?
glad someone does.
I need content for the next time you're on the podcast. Tell me more.
I know. Yeah, no.
So what were you doing in Boston on a rooftop?
Just hanging out.
No, we weren't on a rooftop. We just went into Boston. There was a guy that we knew that was playing the festival in the North End.
Oh, okay.
So we went in.
Oh, yeah, it's August, which is the festivals of the North
Yeah.
End now. Yes, every
So we
weekend
went
is
in-
gonna
You
be
act like
something.
I know what you're talking about.
It's all the, so I do know the last weekend of August is the festival of St. Anthony. But all of
I
August.
think I know that guy. Isn't that the one they pray to when you lose things?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You are correct. But
He doesn't answer
August
me.
is kind of like the month where they have festivals all through each weekend, but they also are basically praying to each saint. So you may, I don't know if you may.
It was
known that.
Agrippina. Did
Saint-
I say that right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm saying.
So there's always festivals, there's parties, there's things going on. So, but now this makes sense as I'm just now remembering. St. Anthony is the big one at the end of August. That's where where they have a line go from one apartment to the other, and there's an angel, it's usually a child, that comes down in the middle, and they'll pray, and they'll
A
do
real
a
child.
Yes.
Seriously?
Because an adult would probably fucking break it.
I would think a child would too. What the heck?
You've never seen this?
No, that's
the
really
child is shaped.
creepy
So we'll
now.
have to look it up. But it's I don't know. It's usually the last weekend of August. So we will look at that. But
Yeah.
you went to one, which
Yeah.
was a saint of.
I mean, we really.
Yeah.
All right. To say we went to the festival is a little bit.
You didn't know there was a
Like,
festival that was going
no,
on.
we went.
But you went to the North
We really
End.
went to the bars.
Fair. That's
We
fair.
went to like 7 bars. Yeah.
You did a crawl, huh?
We did, which I haven't done in a very long time. And now I know. And now I
know why.
Went out the next night, and I'm like, how are you even functioning right now? Because we ended up staying in Boston. We got like the last room available in Boston.
Right.
Because there was a bike race going on.
Of course.
The following day, so everything was sold out. We got the last room. And because, we weren't going home. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. Yeah.
Is that a Friday?
That was Friday.
Yeah.
And those are the moments too. Like that's the thing is sometimes you don't. For you, it's different, but for some of us, it's like I'd rather be doing that than like having to worry or go on a date that's probably not going to go anywhere. You know,
Right.
living your best life.
I'm not against dating.
But if you were to find
If I
someone
was
in
get-
those
right,
adventures versus
right.
being online,
I just not interested in the online thing.
You're just trying to find it organically? Or you're not trying to find
Yeah.
it, you're just doing whatever.
Yeah.
if it comes to you, it
If
comes
it
to you in
comes,
the
yeah,
universe.
it's just kind of where I'm at right now.
Mhm.
Right. I hear ya.
Now what?
So,
What's the next segue?
so actually, you play guitar, or did you?
Oh,
Or did you
right.
just want to look like you did?
No.
Because
That's
nothing.
the guitar.
Your picture looked like you were just this hippie guitarist in the 70s, and it's natural, and you play the guitar because you learned later in life, and you just looked, it was just an amazing picture.
Oh, thank you so much.
It was just so- it
yeah,
was
that
just
was in
so
my
great.
20s and that. And I really did post it because I was looking for something else. And I came across that photo, and I just saw my mother. And I was like, oh gosh, I look so much like my mother. in
But
this
you
photo.
literally look like a flower child in the 70s in that photo.
I feel like you were a singer-songwriter in the 90s, like
No.
after the Lisa Loeb vibe.
That-
you were just,
yeah.
inspired
Well, and
by
that's
Lisa
so-
Loeb.
I've loved music and singing ever since I was a kid. Like it's just been my thing. My cousins and my sisters used to stick me on the bed with a great big dog and make me sing songs from Annie, and just sit there and watch me do it. I don't know where that came from. So when I got older, I said, all right, well, I'm going to be the girl with the guitar. Like, that's going to be my thing. I'm going to sing in coffee shops. Like, that's going to be me. That didn't happen. It didn't exactly happen that way. I took lessons for probably like a year, and then my teacher moved, and I just never kept up with it. And then there's also the issue of me being like terrified to sing in front of people, like horribly.
Can you sing?
So I don't know. I don't know, because I don't really sing in front of people, so I can't. There's not that person to tell me, while you're okay, or no, don't quit your day job. But so when I was in college, and I had this on my list to talk about too. When I was in college, I went to St. Anselm College in Manchester, New Hampshire, and I was in the choir up there. And it's probably, you would never know it, probably one of the best choirs along the East Coast, I would
Wow.
think, or at least in New England. Now they're at the point where they're traveling all over Europe. They're actually, and I just found this out, they are opening. So the Pope's Choir, the Sistine Chapel Choir, is coming to the Wang Theater. The St. Anselm Choir is opening
Wow.
for the Pope's Choir. So that's, I mean, that just says
That's
something about-
amazing. Yeah.
So my junior year, they were having auditions for solos. We had 2 big concerts a year, Christmas concert and
Right.
spring concert. They always sold out, standing room only. People would like stand outside the church just to
Wow.
listen to
Wow.
these concerts. So I said, I'm going to try out for a solo. I was so nervous, so I waited until everybody else went, and it was me and the cantor. I forget what they're called.
Yeah.
Cantor. Thank
Yep.
you.
Mm-hmm.
And then one other guy who just refused to leave. He said, you're either doing it in front of me or you're not doing it. So I sang, so I auditioned, and he's like, oh, you have such a beautiful voice. I'm going to give you this solo. So I had the solo. The first time I had to sing the solo was in the church with these amazing acoustics in front of the entire choir just standing up there. And to say that I choked isn't even, like, it was so horrible. I just choked. I was so nervous. My voice was wavering so crazy. And he came up to me after and he was like, maybe next year. and so I lost the solo because I just couldn't sing in front of people. I just couldn't do it. So I think that has obviously rooted itself into my psyche. And I just can't. Yeah. I just can't do it.
I feel like we've had that conversation with multiple people on our show where, you know, we've talked about certain musicians who wear sunglasses because they can't perform in front of people. But when they have their sunglasses on, they're fucking rock stars. But yet,
right.
You know, but then they're also douchebags in real life. So there's.
And I think it comes from the fact that I love it so much, and I enjoy. It's like the one thing I can enjoy driving home. In my apartment, whatever, that if somebody told me I sucked, it would just kind of squash that joy.
But someone told you your voice is beautiful.
Yeah, but it
and
doesn't.
Then you still couldn't do it?
No, I still couldn't do it. I still couldn't do it, so.
See, I thought for a long time that I could sing, and then I was in chorus in high school, and I realized, just like the band, I should probably just sit there and fake it. And it got to the point where I was like, yeah, I'm not good. I am definitely tone deaf. And everyone's like, I don't understand. You sound so good in the car. I'm like, yeah, because I can hit the same pitch as the goddamn radio because it's the radio.
Yeah.
Like, you know? But I know for a fact that I can't sing, and now I just do it on purpose. It's like the other day.
So you just kind of embrace it.
Yeah, the other day I called my best friend to sing her the New Kids on the Block Happy Birthday song. And she's like, I don't know what the fuck you're singing, but it sounds like a dog just got their tail cut off. I was like,
oh no!
I was like, that's my point. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. But I've always wanted to sing. I've always had like these dreams of like being able to sit down with a guitarist and just rock out a duet and whatnot.
That would be my sister. Crystal still thinks she can sing.
But I can't do that. Like I know I can't do that, but in my head. Yeah. But I am
right, and I have that in my head, and I don't want to lose it.
Yeah, no, Crystal's American Idol all day, but
no.
Crystal will still tell you she can sing. No,
but it's like it's funny for me because
all this, but Crystal will tell us.
I'll sit there and watch like all the singing competition. I'm like, ooh, too pitchy. I'm like, what the fuck am I talking about? I don't even know. I'm like, I don't know any of this shit. But like, but
my sister will.
I'll tell you this. I'll be damned if you lip sync incorrectly. I will fucking rule the day. Because I will kick ass at that. I don't care. Paul Catania, come at me. I want a lip sync battle.
That would be a battle there.
When I lived out west, I wanted so desperately to be a drag queen. And they were like, just be a drag king. I'm like, nah, bitch, I want to be Whitney. I want to do those things.
Right.
I want to be a drag queen. I want to be a woman being a drag king, being a drag queen.
Yeah.
It's mind-boggling, but I'm so good at it. So yeah, like my company just did an 80s lip sync battle in Las Vegas. And there were some of them I'm like,
Yes.
I heard that one. You need a coach next year. Let me know. I'll help you out. Okay. I mean, you saw my Snapchat last year. I used to do that shit all the time.
Yeah.
You know, gone are the days of that kind of Snapchat. But you know,
that's okay.
It's fine.
So when you took a picture with your guitar, what was it? It was just
what was it for?
Yeah.
So my friend, the reason why we took the photos, we had like a little mini photo shoot, was because my friend was just getting into photography and she wanted to build her portfolio.
So cool.
So she said, why don't you just grab your guitar, we'll take some photos, and that's how those.
And that was awesome.
Yeah,
that was a beautiful, beautiful photo.
Thank you so much.
It really looked like you came right out of the 70s. Like, it really did. So when you say you look like your mom.
Oh, should I use that as the cover photo for this week's episode?
Hell yeah.
I need her permission. I can't do that.
You can take it. Yeah.
I was gonna take it. I was actually gonna do the inventory, but you know, whatever.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah, no, that's good.
All right, I'll steal that right now. Here we go. Bye.
So what are we at, Bridget?
We are at 108.
Oh, shush! Are you serious?
Not kidding.
All right, well, we're gonna wrap it up right here.
Yes. We good.
Yes, so thank you so much, Alicia, for coming back on.
Oh, thank you so much
You've
for asking
answered
me.
so many questions that we've had since you were on last. You know, what happened to you? How is Iceland? What's happening now? So this is amazing. So thank you for coming on. Bridget,
Yes.
as always.
Yeah. No, I love watching her Twitter. Like, I go on Twitter and I see her post because it's
She's
like,
hilarious.
in case you missed it, I'm like, oh, she is a funny bastard. Look at
She's
that.
hilarious.
And I'm like,
Hilarious.
shit, I feel bad every time I like her tweets. She's like, oh my god, this girl really needs to get a life.
No, but can we talk about what happened in Sunbank?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Oh, for crying out loud. So,
She offended me so bad.
Uh-oh.
I come out of my tanning booth at Sunbank, and I see Bridget at the counter getting ready
Yeah.
to go in, and I stand up to her. I'm literally like you can't see me, but I'm sitting on top of Alicia. I'm literally like this,
Yeah.
and she is looking at me, going, "Who is this
That
girl?"
is not even true.
It is true. She looked
Ah.
at me like, "Who is this person
No.
sitting on top of me?"
Nope.
And she looked at me. She's like, "Hi," and I said, "You don't know who I am, do you?"
You
Yes,
literally
I do.
said that?
Yes, I do. I'm like, really? And then I grabbed the Beyonce, say my name. Like,
And I
she's
said,
like-
Alicia.
like- but the way she said it was like, Alicia.
Because I was like, because the thing was,
Say my name.
it
Say
was
my name.
no. She came out, and the thing is, it was one of those things where I knew who it was, and I was processing. I'm like, okay. And at the time, I was in a really not great mental space,
Oh, that's true.
and I was like, fuck. And it was just like, as soon as she was like, say my name, I'm like,
She literally said, say my name.
I did.
That's so like Bridget's like, okay, bitch, I'm gonna say your name. Wait, what is it?
and I was like, and all of a sudden, my brain went, fuck you, bitch, I'm out. And I was just like, Alicia, because I was also thinking immediately of her Twitter handle, and I was like, it's not Alicia, it's not Alicia. I'm like, Alicia, because I didn't
Alicia,
want to
yeah.
fuck it up, because I was like, fuck. And I was like, my brain just was like, no, girl, we're not doing this today. And I was just like, the one time, like, you know, I see people down at Stone's, and I remember the fucking beer they used to drink in high school, but all of a sudden my brain was like, nah, bitch, she just called you out, I'm out. This is the one fucking thing I'm good at, and my brain was like, pfft. But like I said, like, and
Yeah, she did it. She got
I
it.
was,
She got it.
because she was like, you don't know who I am.
And you
I was like,
literally said, say my name.
She
What
did.
an asshole.
and
You're like, say my name. Did you pull her hair when you did it?
I was so also terrified because we didn't exactly follow up from the last time on how mad she really was about her car being
Oh,
towed.
I wasn't mad at all.
But here's the thing, for me, if it had been me, I would have been fucking furious.
You were
I
more
would've-
upset than I was.
I would have had a fucking voodoo doll, like, set up. I would have gone to New Orleans on a weekend getaway just to set this shit up. Like, I was just like, oh, I don't want to get... I was like, oh my god. And then, of course,
No, I
when
wasn't mad
she
at
said,
all.
say my name, my brain was like, bye. I was like... Alicia? And I did say it with not that great confidence because...
But you said it right. You didn't say
I did.
Alicia.
No,
I
she
did.
didn't say it right, yeah.
And then she's like, how's it going? I was like... She's like...
And then the poor thing, like, unleashed.
And then she was like, you really didn't know who I was. I'm like... And then I had to keep defending myself. I was like, no,
Look,
I really did.
knew who you were, but I just blanking.
It was kind of one of those things where I process... It's like when someone, like, you haven't seen in thousands of years, but the thing
Yeah.
is, when I see people that I haven't seen in thousands of years, I know exactly who they are, but they don't know who I am.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
It's like the other night, that was another thing. The other night, someone had said, I feel like I know you. I'm like, you do. I'm like, but I don't know how. I'm like, that's right. We went to high school together. It's fine. I'm like, we went to ROTC together. We went to Fort Dix together. It's fine.
Is it Darcy?
No, it was not Darcy. It was a man. And I was like, yeah, you don't remember, you know, conversations we had, things we did.
Oh, I can't wait until this is over because I'm asking for this. Cannot wait.
I was like, it's fine. And he's like, really? I'm like, yeah, no, I'm one of those chameleons where I know everybody, but nobody knows me. I'm a
That's
ghost. So, yeah. So when she came out of the room, I was like, I processed it. I'm like, oh, I know who this is. And then when she was like, "You don't know who I am," I'm like, "Yes, I do."
It was just
And
so
then she's like, "Say my
fantastic.
name." I'm like,
that was oh my god.
So wait,
Title of this fucking podcast.
"Can I put it in Icelandic?"
Yes, because
We actually have a title, which
just say my name.
we already have a title, and it's the other Alicia. The other Alicia returns in Icelandic.
Oh,
because she was
nice.
like, "What the fuck is that?" I'm like, "Before you ask, it's Icelandic for this." But like, I wasn't fast at typing that. Because she was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "It's this." So yeah. So secret listeners, you're gonna get some inside detail that we're gonna just say my name in Icelandic. I'm gonna Google that right after this.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Right after I check to make sure her car didn't get towed.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, it was amazing, and this is still a very long podcast.
And I'm not
That always
editing a
happens
goddamn
when I
thing.
hear.
No, we don't have to.
The last one was super long too.
Yeah, we don't have to edit anything.
Oh, thank Jesus.
You're just
Ugh.
so amazing. So,
I'll come back as many times as
hell
Yeah. What are you
Thank
doing
you,
next
thank
Thursday?
yeah, right. Thank you. Love you all. Good morning, Gloucester. Alicia Unleashed. Out.
Bye.
Bye.
Right.